Hello, my name is Mia Snyder, and this is my reflection assignment for chapters 1 and 2. There was a lot I didn't know, but there was also a lot I did know due to taking AP Stats and AP Psych in my senior year of high school, which was last year. But one of the things I did learn that I had no idea about was functionalism. Functionalism is the idea that the mind allows people to function in the environments around them, such as interact, play, and adapt to their surroundings. Learned how big William James and how functionalism is in psychology today. It's literally the basis of how we practice psychology and we learn psychology. Another thing that I had learned that I had no idea about was in Freud's psychoanalytic theory, and that was the defense mechanisms. I did know that as humans we do have defense mechanisms, but I never knew that there were different ones and how they operate. Defense mechanisms that I learned about was projection displacement, reaction formation, and sublimation. I learned that each defense mechanism has their own way of dealing with unacceptable impulses and unacceptable thoughts. I think one of the things that really confused me this week was trying to put names to a theory, just because there are a lot of names that go with one theory and because there are a bunch of theories. I already knew most of the theories reading the chapters and watching the videos, and I knew what experiments went with them, like I knew behavioralism went with the Little Albert experiment, but I think I just didn't know all the names and all the people that went with the theories, so having to put a name to the theory was really what confused me and what I had a hard time with this week. Another thing that confused me was sometimes in this book they have different names for different things. Like I know a single blind experiment, not a single mass experiment. So when I was looking that on the quiz, it asked a question about a single mass experiment, and I had to think about that a little bit, and I was like, oh, a single blind experiment. Another thing that confused me was just trying to learn the parts of the brain and what their functions are, because some of them have similar functions to the other parts of the brain. I think all the information that I've learned in the last 2 chapters will definitely be beneficial for me, not just in future classes, because I know I will be seeing a lot of these theories and these people again, but in the future when I'm doing my job as a criminal investigator. Especially knowing how the brain works, I feel like that is super important, just understanding how we function and how our brain functions. I think the key to knowing how people work and why they function the way they do is to know how our brain functions and how our brain works. And I know that in my field and in my job, I have to know how people function. Another reason why I think this information is beneficial is because I know that this information is going to carry on into the next few chapters that I have to read, and knowing this will help me understand those chapters more. That goes for not only knowing how our brain works, but the theories and all the people that I'm learning about now. The information has already been beneficial to me because it helped me remember what I already knew, and it also helped me learn more in depth about the things I had already learned about.